What's up guys, in today's video I'm going to be talking to you about 6 tips that you need to know if you're a beginner starting Main City. Even if you're an intermediate player, some of these tips could actually be quite valuable. So let's get into it. Now the first tip that I have, and this is probably one of the most important tips, is to focus on leveling up your common businesses to prestige level 1, 2 and beyond before you start moving on to your rares. So as you can see here, I've got the Flavor Town Diner up, and as you can see here just on the cursor, it's prestige level 2, it's a common, and it's level 301. So the way I would go about it is, let's just say for example I was to go to prestige level 3 now with my gold and my diamonds. This level here will actually be reset down to 0, and what you want to do is you'd want to hit 100x at least 3 times and get that level up to around 300 so that that is earning as good as it can be just for that starting prestige. I've also got another Flavor Town Diner up the top here that's also on Prestige 2. Now this is actually my Cot J Epic Bank here, and as you can see it is at Prestige level 1. Now I actually made the mistake of upgrading this to a Prestige level 1 first, but the actual issue here is that you need to actually spend a lot of gold and a lot of diamonds in order to upgrade the rarer tiers, talking about epic, rare and legendary. And for the amount of gold and the amount of diamonds you spend, the actual output of gold is not as good as if you were to put that same amount just into the actual commons instead. So essentially the amount that you invest getting those common businesses to prestige, it's going to be better value for money with that gold production in the medium to long term. I actually do think that some of these rarer businesses like this Epic Cot J Bank might actually be better placed sold on the marketplace once it's up to a prestige 1, 2 or maybe beyond. Try get some crow for it and pocket that money. Tip number 2 is to buy your Arid Plains plot as soon as you get into the game. So upon starting the game of Main City, you're going to get one free Arid plot that does look like this, and you will actually have an opportunity to buy another one. So if I just go to the plus button here, as you can see, it's asking me, Arid Plains, do you want to unlock new Arid Plains? It's going to cost 1 trillion gold to do it and 2.5 million diamonds. So I don't actually have enough to do that right now because I don't have enough gold. But if I did have enough gold, I probably would do it, because essentially what that's going to mean, if I bring up this little arrow here and scroll down a bit, these Arid Plains are actually earning me 69.83k per hour in diamonds. You can see it there. This is the one that I used to start the tutorial, and this is the one that I actually bought, and then hopefully maybe I can buy a third one soon if I can get a bit of gold production going a little faster. This is absolutely crucial, folks. I cannot stress this enough, because diamond production is the most important thing in the game, and it hasn't been 100% confirmed in terms of the details, but it's looking like there is a possibility at least that you will be able to actually convert diamonds into these tickets here, and then from here you may actually be able to exchange these voucher tickets over for CRO and actually take profit those earnings and use that as at least one way to earn from the game. The only other way at the moment to earn from the game, aside from competition which isn't live, is to actually sell businesses on the marketplace. But in order to do that, you either need to get to level 25 avatar, which is really challenging unless you have like some really good land, some really good NFTs where you spend a long time playing. Otherwise, you have to spend 2,000 crow, which is about $100 to be able to list on the marketplace. Now the third tip is referring to the actual mansion here. Now in my opinion, I would not go ahead and unlock the games room right away. And the main reason for this is because items in the games room, furniture, is really expensive. If we actually go in and have a look, the cheapest furniture here is 5.5 billion for the Operation Chain, followed by an 8.3 billion for Trick, Treat and Terror. Now, great if you're earning a lot of gold and you're able to just whack these down and maybe get your avatar levels up in order to get more blueprints and level up through the game. But what you're going to find is you're going to be at a stage where you can actually unlock this games room pretty early. Now, what I personally think you're better off doing in terms of upping your avatar's level is actually just focusing your gold in this room here. Now, you can see it might look a little bit crazy and it might look a little bit messy, but essentially what you should be doing is going through every single item and essentially laying that item down as many times as possible to actually stack that XP production, okay? So as you can see here, I'm basically trying to fit as many pianos in this room as I possibly can. I've tried to fit as many jukeboxes in this room as I possibly can, as many guitars on the wall as I possibly can. And then if we actually go to an example here, as you can see here with my drive and jukebox, I have a quantity of 9 here in my actual inventory. And then what I can actually do is I can actually get rid of these here like this. All right, so I'm going to give you an example of this right now. I'm going to clear the path here just a little bit, and then I'm going to lay down another piano, and you're going to see my XP go up just a little bit. So now just to show you, the actual quantity has gone up to 15. So you can actually store and stack your actual in-game furniture items in your little furniture inventory here. And now what am I going to do? I've definitely got at least 20 million for the Shishi Kawaii, and I'm going to just place that right there. Going to make sure I can just get all nice green positioning here. Looks good there. Place that down. Go ahead and press the tick. Have a look at my little level 15 avatar bar. And as you can see, it did just go up a bit. And for tip number 4, make sure that you are making use of your boosts. So for example, my best building, or one of my best buildings at the moment, is my Cot J Bank. Now, I want to make sure that this is absolutely boosted, okay? If we have a look here, my income is 174.04k per second, and actually it's already being boosted here, and it's going to be boosted for another 5 hours and 13 minutes here. Another example here, I've got another 5 hours and 12 minutes on my Flavor Town Diner. So as we can see here, it's actually earning 111.40k per second in gold. Now when it does come to the different kinds of boosts that you can get, ideally if you can actually afford it, the best boost in my opinion is the 200% income across a 6-hour duration. But probably for most of you that are starting out, unless you've got some crazy earnings somehow through land or whatever, then you're probably more than likely going to have to go for the Violet boost, which is 6 hours, costs 1.6 million diamonds, and gives you 100% income. Now for tip number 5, this is my Alluring Aurora here. So this is my second most rare building, and as you can see, I have unlocked all of the different spots here, but this actually isn't full. Now this might be kind of an obvious one, but you want to make sure that your most rare land you are filling up completely. So as you can see, my Blue Lagoon is completely full of businesses, and the best businesses be at that. The rarest and best businesses want to be on here. I shouldn't just say rarest actually, but essentially your commons that have been prestige up as high as possible, followed by maybe any rares or uncommons or epics or even legendaries that you may have. Make sure they're all on your rarest plot. This is actually particularly important because what it actually means is that your consecutive lands are going to be under a bit of a penalty here. So as you can see, the land multiplier here is minus 44%, even though it's just one tier down from my previous land. Then if we actually go ahead and check it out here, you'll notice I've got nothing on here, but the land minus multiplier is actually going to be even less on this Crimson Dune, which is the 3rd tier down. Now for the 6th and final tip, again, maybe kind of an obvious one, but just go ahead and make sure that you've actually equipped your NFT, whether it's a loaded lion, whether it's a cyber cub. So it's literally a case of just pressing on this button right here. I'm not going to press it because that's going to unequip my lion, and I need every little cent of gold that I can possibly get. So we're going to leave that equipped. But then if we go over here as well, do remember you can actually stack all of your backpacks. So I actually do have quite a few backpacks here, and you want to actually go through and just make sure that they are all selected. Alrighty folks, I hope you enjoyed 6 tips for a beginner or an intermediate about playing Main City for the first time. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you do please like the video. It would really help me in the YouTube algorithm in getting loaded lions and this content out there to more people that do need to see it. Subscribe to the channel if you do want to see more content like this. Turn that notification bell on as well so you don't miss any important Loaded Lions Main City videos. And let me know in the comments section, was this video helpful, and are there any important tips that you could actually possibly share with this young and vibrant growing community that might help other lions within this particular game? Look forward to hearing from you, and we'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.